So, you want to know more about mummification? Welcome! I am one of the many embalmers that work here. As you can see, we are particularly busy, and I don't have all day to waste. So let's get started. When a person dies, this means that they are deceased. Their body will be brought here so it can be prepared for the afterlife. This process is called mummification, and it is an extremely important ceremony for us Egyptians and must be taken seriously. If completed incorrectly, your soul will not be able to reach the afterlife and you will be trapped forever. Different types of mummification take place here, depending on how rich the deceased was. We even mummify some animals. The most expensive type of mummification is saved for the pharaoh and for the royal family, as well as some of the wealthiest members of the royal court. The first stage of mummification is cleaning. The body is placed upon an inclined table. That's a table that is sloped, so that the body fluids can be drained out. It is then moved to a flat table like this one. Priests will then clean the body until they think it is ready for the purification process. The purification process starts by washing the body with sacred water. The priests then fumigate or smoke the body. After the cleansing, priests will then use oil, spice, and other essences to further purify the body. Finally, the deceased's body hair is meticulously removed. Now that the body has been properly purified, I'm going to ask one of the embalmers to remove the organs before following a very specific set of instructions. First, we need to push a spoon through the nostril, which will break the bone at the top of your nose. Then, we will use a hook to remove as much of the brain as possible. Any part of the brain that we cannot remove, we will destroy using acid. The space where the brain used to be will be rinsed and disinfected with wine, and then it can be stuffed with linen cloth. After disposing of the useless brain, we will make an incision, which is a cut, down the left side of the body, and we carefully remove the internal organs. However, we must remember to leave the heart in its place, as it is the center of a person's intelligence and emotions, both of which will be needed in the afterlife. We will then rinse the inside of the body with more wine, and fill the belly with pure myrrh, cinnamon, and other perfumes before sewing it shut. After this, we will wash the removed internal organs before placing them inside the canopic jars. These canopic jars are known as the protectors of the internal organs. These jars represent the 4 sons of Horus. Imseti, who has the head of a human, protects the liver. Hapi, who has the head of a baboon, protects the lungs. Duamutef has the head of a jackal and protects the stomach. And finally, Kebasenuef has the head of a falcon and protects the intestines. Natron is a type of natural salt that is mined nearby and brought here for the mummification process. Natron is used by us as a desiccant, which is an ingredient that can dry something out and remove all of the liquid. We use it to dry the skins and stop it from rotting. Once we have completed the cleansing and removed the organs, we will stuff and cover the deceased in natron and leave the body to dry for around 40 days. Once dried, we will remove the body from the natron and prepare to wrap it in strips of linen. Once the body has been removed from the natron, we will cover it in oil and paint it. Sometimes we may even add hair extensions or a wig. We use a henna-based antiseptic preparation to give the body a more colourful appearance, whilst making sure that it doesn't go mouldy. Next comes the wrapping. We used to wrap each part of the body separately, with men crossing their arms over their chests and women just their right arm. Now we wrap the whole body by carefully weaving the linen, keeping the arms by the side of the body. We place jewellery and amulets in the woven linen, which will make sure we are reborn in the next life. We create masks through a technique called cartonnage. They are made by layering linen or papyrus pulp on a base made of mud or straw. We also use the cartonnage method to make ornaments and animal coffins. The last stage of the mummification ritual is a ceremony called the opening of the mouth. This must be completed by a priest, a close family relative, or the heir to the throne. They will wear a mask of the god Anubis and touch the deceased's mouth with a tool called an adze. This gesture symbolically allows the breath of life to enter the deceased's body. You have taken up far too much of my time. I hope this was informative, and that I will see you again, but hopefully not too soon.